Joan, please listen, I pleaded as she moved away. Enough! Her voice was sharp, firm, yet my hands still managed to reach hers. She glanced at my grip, then flung my hand aside. Her face was serious, but beneath it, I could still sense the faint trace of a grin. Over the years, I had come to understand her. If she truly meant every word she said, why would she still be standing here? But my confidence began to fade when she stepped back. Her expression shifted. The softness drained. Her lips tightened, no longer carrying that familiar glow. Then she said it. Let's take some distance. That one sentence changed everything. Still, that moment belonged to the past. Somehow, we had found our way back, returning to the quiet rhythm that had always defined us. Even after Queen's incident, things had settled. Joan remained understanding. She knew Queen well enough. Perhaps that explained it. A week passed, and it was as though everything had been erased. Hey there! It was Kayla. She had been watching us for a while as I spoke to Joan in secrecy. Yes, how can I help you, Kayla? I asked directly, my hands tucked into my pockets, unsure of how much she had seen. It's getting late, Ronix, she said. I'm just wondering why someone as bright as you would choose to hide in a place like this. It's dark, closed, not exactly ideal. She gestured around, the corner behind the science laboratory, a place that to anyone watching would seem suspicious enough for a private meeting. Tensions stirred, but my pulse remained steady. Unless she was a teacher, there was nothing to fear. Does it really matter to you? I replied. She shrugged, unconcerned, and walked away. That was close. I exhaled slowly, letting the moment pass. Soon, the sun would sink beyond the distant hills, stretching across the horizon like silent giants. There was a strange calm within me, no disturbance yet strong enough to pull me under. But that calm would not last. The next day, Tuesday, Jacob and I found ourselves in a conversation I had not prepared for. He lay back on the grass, arms stretched behind him, his body tilted as though resting on an invisible chair. His eyebrows lowered, his expression heavy. This was not him. Something felt wrong. Jacob was never like this. A quiet fear began to rise within me. Had something happened? Had I done something? My thoughts tangled into uncertainty and I stayed silent. Ronix! His voice broke through. Deep, steady, unusual. I turned to him, and in that moment I was certain. He knew, but how? Joan and I had been careful. We had played the game well. Jacob coughed lightly, his gaze dropping. A pause followed. I swallowed, waiting. Then he spoke. I was ready to give everything to a girl I never truly understood, he said. My time, my money, everything. Walking away wouldn't have mattered if I could just keep my distance. But I couldn't. I thought I needed security. I thought I had to act fast. He paused. Joan, that Joan. Wait, do you still have feelings for her? I asked, lifting my head. But Jacob's eyes were fixed elsewhere. I followed his gaze, and what I saw unsettled me. Since when did Joan and Sarah become so close? And then Kayla, standing beside Josh. Something in her posture, her closeness, suggested more than casual conversation. Josh's reaction, the faint shift in his expression, it said enough. Jacob sat upright, his focus still locked ahead. Ronix, he said quietly, there's something I've learned about these high school girls. I listened. The biggest mistake you can make is expecting more than what they can give you at the moment. His words were directed at Joan and Sarah, but to me, they stretched further. To all of them. To get into a relationship with them feels good at first, he continued. But when things fall apart, that's when you realize how much you've lost. Then you start thinking, I should have focused. But by then, it already feels late. He paused, then stood up. We thought the game was ours, he said. But those girls thought the same. Chapter 9.